Hi, I'm Rob Thompson.
And I'm Megan Deputy.
This week we are back in Spring City, Pennsylvania at the Pennhurst Asylum.
Since the forcing of its closure on December 9th, 1987, Pennhurst has changed hands several times.
Pennhurst State School is a truly legendary haunted location with a very tragic, dark history of unthinkable patient abuse.
Maintenance, security, and other staff have all reported experiencing alleged paranormal events they cannot explain.
Everything from shadow figures, the full-bodied apparitions of a nurse floating down the corridor towards them, children screaming, running up and down the hallways, eerie laughter, footsteps up and down the many staircases in Devon and in Mayflower.
Tonight, we hope to make contact with some of the many thousands of tormented souls who spent their entire lives here.
So come inside and help us investigate Pennsylvania's most infamous haunted former asylum, the Pennhurst State School, on this episode of The Ghost Finders. My team and I video document our investigations around the country. No frills, no hunting, no nonsense. Just some old world magic, a pinch of pseudoscience, and respect for the dearly departed. We are the Ghost Finders. In 1903, the Pennsylvania legislature authorized the creation of the Eastern State Institution for the Feeble-Minded and Epileptic. The institution was required to accommodate no less than 500 inmates or patients with room for additions. The first buildings were two-storied and made of red brick, terracotta and granite trimmings. They were connected by fireproof tunnels with walkways on top of the tunnels for the use of transporting residents with a parallel steam piping system. Residents were classified into two mental categories of imbecile or insane, into physical categories of epileptic or healthy, and into dental categories of good, poor, or treated teeth when admitted. The Pennsylvania Railroad created a Pennhurst station on its Schuylkill division, concurrent to accommodate Pennhurst. Coal and other supplies were delivered by rail for decades to operate the powerhouse. On November 23, 1908, patient number 1 was admitted to Pennhurst Hospital. Within 4 years of operation, Pennhurst was already seriously overcrowded and under pressure to admit immigrants, orphans, and criminals. In 1913, the legislature appointed a commission for the care of the feeble-minded, which stated that the disabled were unfit for citizenship and posed a menace to the peace, and thus recommended a program of custodial care. Furthermore, the Commission desired to prevent the intermixing of the genes of those imprisoned within the general population. Patient disabilities varied from defective sight and or hearing, mute, semi-mute, imperfect speech, paralytic, epileptic, blind, imperfect gait, imperfect prehension, deformity of face, head, limbs, or feet, microphalangic or hydrophalangic head or offensive habits. In 1968, conditions at Pennhurst were exposed in a 5-part television news report anchored by local CBS 10 correspondent Bill Baldini, entitled "Suffer the Little Children." In 1983, as a result, 9 employees were indicted on charges ranging from slapping and beating patients, including some in wheelchairs, to arranging for patients to assault each other physically. The historic Holderman case, which resulted in the closure of the institution, also detailed widespread patient abuse. A class action case was filed against Pennhurst State School on behalf of its patients. The case was heard by the U.S. District Judge Raymond J. Broderick, who in 1977 ruled that the conditions at the institution violated patients' constitutional rights. Pennhurst State School was ultimately closed in 1987. Its remaining 460 patients were discharged or transferred to other facilities in a process known as deinstitutionalization. Sadly, a case of far too little and far too late. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way to the top. I think one of the things that we'll do first line of questioning is trying to make contact with one of the former staff. Because don't forget that they were here many years. A lot of them were here for 10, 15 years. You know?
Right.
And ask them about their experiences. So, you know, it just is a different take.
Definitely.
It's always about the patients. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to, I think, start off with down here. Do you have any ideas in terms of enhancing the energies here?
I definitely do, and I want to break through to some of those people who are wanting to talk, so whoever does come through, I'll welcome it. But again, you can't judge everybody by what they are, so we're not going to demonize the entire staff. There was some probably good hearts among them as well.
You don't join the medical field unless you're a good person.
Right. So
probably the majority of them are good.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what we can do and let's head down.
On we go. Onward and downward.
All right, safety first again. Let's have somebody with a bit of light. Watch out, there's a fire extinguisher. And we're loaded down with a bunch of different goodies, so we're going to start to break them out one by one. First of all, I'm going to use our lovely K2 meter and just see if we start to pick up anything as well. Everybody watch your step.
So down here, I can tell you right off the bat that we're being observed from down here. That's a long corridor. So let's go down there and see if we can make contact.
Cool.
At one point there were over, 2,000 patients.
Something like that. It might have been even more at different times.
And the capacity officially was 700. So they were way over 3 times over capacity.
I'm not picking anything up.
It did just work on here.
It did?
Yeah. It just was quick spike, real quick.
I kind of felt something back
Did it just
here.
put it again?
Yeah, it did.
There you go.
There
right
it
there,
is.
boom.
Hello. Hello. Feel free to come closer. My name is Megan. It's lovely to meet you. Were you part of the staff here? If you want to answer yes, see if you can make it light up all the way to red. Were you a patient here instead?
Don't be afraid of all of us. We mean no harm, and we're just here to try to talk to you.
We're here to tell your story. I'm feeling led back to this room, guys. Yeah, hello. Getting another spike. I'm gonna just let you take me where you want. There it is again. Hello. Hello. Guys, it's going on and on back here. So again, this is just using your spidey sense. Hello. Do you want me to come in this room with you? There's another entity in here as well with the one that's wanting to communicate.
You guys just hear that here? Something moved in here. See if it gets a K2 spike in there.
It just fluttered. May I join you?